Like the JEA without a skilled leader, that's his, so there's mine. We've got enough paper up here. Okay. All right. Kay and I recently returned from a long sea voyage. While in South Africa, we went on a safari. Each evening at dusk, as darkness fell, we would travel by lorry to view animals. When it was time to return to our camp, our guide would look up at the skies and the heavens and see a guiding light to return us to safety. And so it is that President-elect Arlene has always shown in our community endeavors. And so it is fitting that Arlene will be our shining star, our leader to guide the JEA in the years ahead. Arlene, I now fully install you as President of the Jewish Educational Alliance.
Thank you, Don. Okay. Thank you, Don. My first note says, just breathe. Here I am, 3.5 years after retirement. Who knew? I stand before you very much humbled and appreciative for all who stood here before me. I stand on their shoulders, and if you please look at your centerpieces, this is Rachel and Allison's vision of what I gave them. So thank you, ladies. Our tradition teaches that we need not complete the work, but neither are we free to desist from it. And today we shall carry on that tradition. My parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles all benefited from our JEA. It was the meeting place, and still is, for an entire community to come together. And just look at all of you. I am so excited and proud and grateful for all of your support. As an aside to all of this, my parents being very involved, my dad had to go to the old JEA as a young man on Barnard Street just to shower. He had two younger sisters, a brother, and his parents. You know what that means, no hot water. This institution has always symbolized my home away from home. I also attended the Barnard building and always remember Norman Dolgoff there, always. When we moved to this building, I was here almost every day for Young Judea, the teen room, B'nai B'rith girls, and the infamous canteens. My Uncle David Rosenzweig was the president while the new building was under construction, and he helped bring it to fruition. My dad helped found a heart-healthy gym program. Eva O'Dresen was the only woman in it. They hardly spoke to her. My dad also was the premier Boy Scout of Savannah. Ask the older people here. He called bingo for the young at heart every Sunday afternoon, so we knew where he was. And he was also president of the then JEA Men's Club. My mother, Ann Richmond, was here for exercise classes every other day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings. Uncle George Richmond had Charlie give him massages a few times a week in the Old Health Club. My Uncle Louis Black, also known as the Senator, held sway over the racquetball courts. Enough said about that. My Aunt Seal Barker was president of the JEA Women's Club and a Girl Scout leader. My Aunt Ethel Rosenzweig held all of her, maybe not all, but most of her Hadassah meetings in these rooms. My brothers, Stephen and Eric, were here day in and day out, playing any kind of ball, and they were always helping the girls because they were both beaux of the BBG chapters. My children also grew up here playing sports, going to AZA and BBG meetings, and attending Hebrew Day School. Brett recently joined and is starting to get active. Oh, yeah. And certainly not last and not least, my husband Alan has jumped in with both feet and also made this his second home. These two guys have made my life so much easier to work for the JEA. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There are not enough words to say. You cannot know all that will be different or the people who will be helped in the future because of what we begin today, but we can hope. Our task is to live for today but build for tomorrow. It's not just what we say we should do, but what we actually do that matters. I ask each of you to come to some of our programming and participate in our learning classes, whether it be a lunch, a discussion, a display, or who knows what else we'll have in the following years. We are all tied at the hip to one another, every Jew to another. When one institution prospers, then we all achieve. Now, just to follow up on Bill's report, on your tables, you will see a pledge card, and we provided pens. The pledge card is for donor dues. As has been said before, no organization can exist with basic dues alone. So please allow yourselves a moment to consider all that we stand for and make a commitment to reducing our debt for the air conditioning, which of course right now is freezing half of you out, and the beautiful new pool deck because the old one was in terrible shape and quite dangerous. And on a much more intense note, we are very fortunate, very, very fortunate to have an anonymous donor who has stepped up and will meet every dollar we raise up to $50,000. So as you pick up your pen, remember that every dollar that we raise today, tonight, tomorrow, will be doubled. In closing, I want to thank you for coming tonight to support this place that we call the Jewish Educational Alliance. My thanks to all of you who helped set up this morning: Nancy Rosenthal, Lynn Berkowitz, Janice Javits, Candy Lowe, Gail Robinson, Bill Sand, and my baby boy Brett. He hates that. My thanks also to Don, Murray, Skippy, Aaron, Jerry and Marcy, Kenneth and Jody, Scott, Paul, Buzzy, Jeff Cole, Jeff Lasky, Walter, Betty, Lynn Reeves. It's on your shoulders that I now stand. And Adam, now I get to stand on your shoulders for all the help I will need. Thank you in advance. Also, since I have a cot set up in one of the offices, I can be here 24 hours a day, except on Shabbos. Please know that I plan to listen, learn, and strengthen our position in Savannah with help from all of you. And thank you for coming this evening.